Instrument Manager provides three different types of loop diagram: auto loops, custom loops, and field bus auto loops. Auto loops and field bus loops use a Lego building block style of construction, with many small template blocks arranged parametrically to form the loop. The loop preview diagram, displayed in the connection view, mimics the default auto loop that will be drawn for an instrument. The preview displayed now shows the auto loop preview for my new flow transmitter, FT001. Auto loop output diagrams are, by default, found in the Loops subfolder of the Output Diagrams branch of the tree. I can individually generate the auto loop for FT001. Generation includes a template background border and one or more parametrically arranged loops. I can also generate many auto loops in one operation. Typically, Instrument Manager can assemble 3 or 4 loop diagrams each second. I will select the loop records that were created when I built my 8 new instruments. In a few seconds, I've created 8 new CAD files in the project. Now I will view the loop for flow transmitter FT001. Auto loops are highly automated. However, like Lego, they are modular and digitized. When your loops need bespoke diagrams, you may need custom loops. On this simple loop, it is obvious that it has been created with many small modules. For example, the yellow terminals are modules, and so are the cable markers. It is possible to change the modules for each component type, and also the spacing and positioning. However, this flexibility does not suit every circuit diagram. In summary, auto loops are highly automated. However, they are modular and digitized. When your loops need a bespoke diagram, you may need custom loops. I will now set the FT001 diagram to have multiple instruments. I will now generate the auto loop for FT001 again. When I view the loop, I can see that any common devices and cables from the 3 loops have been merged together. For example, the junction box JB1 is merged for all 3 loops, and also the multi-core cable connected to JB1. The marshalling terminal strip and the I/O card are also drawn as a single component. Note, if you add another loop to the diagram that does not share terminal strips or devices, then it will be drawn separately without merging. A field bus loop is a special type of auto loop which arranges a Lego-style diagram around a field-located hub device. The circuit consists of the central hub, hub 6, with multiple instruments on the field side of the hub. On the network side of the hub, there is a chain of other hubs leading back to an I/O card. In this example, you can see that the components and the layout are similar in content, appearance, and spacing to the auto loops we looked at earlier. This diagram is also highly automated but modular. Custom loops are generated from fully customizable templates and sub-templates. Custom loops are highly flexible. They can have any content and appearance. For example, the background CAD diagram is 100% your choice. From this diagram, you can see that the final diagram contains a master template, which contains the I/O card and the marshalling strip, and 6 sub-templates, each representing one of the 6 control valves that are on the 8-point analog output card. Each master and each subloop contain their own linked database data. The data on each custom loop is typically derived from one or more instruments and/or devices and their related components. Custom loops are infinitely flexible in appearance, however they require a little more engineering to configure and create when compared to auto loops.